All right, TikTokers, we are on the next form, which will be document, which is the mandatory notice, Foreign Sovereign Immunity Act. This mandatory notice is provided to all territorial United States district and state and uh, county courts, their officers, clerks, bailiffs, sheriffs, deputies, and employees, and all municipal appointees. Okay, that's the first paragraph. So as you go through this form, all the areas that are in red also, you will change to your name. Now make sure once you change your name or put in the information that's in red, you change it back to black. Okay? This is just to show you where you need to make the changes, why it's in red. So you're going to capture here the vessels doing business as. So let's say you're still working under your same job, or you still have any business that you have. You're just capturing your names that you are the trustee, the beneficiary or the owner of those names in your sovereign status. So as an example, you see the Derek Jackson. He doesn't have a middle name, but it could, any way that your name has been listed with D. Jackson or D. J. or your initials minus K. Y. J. It could be Kalita Y. Jackson, or however the layout for your name is, every initial, every way it could be written, you want to make sure it's in that area, because now you're claiming those names, your vessels. Okay, so also, if you go down in this paragraph, you'll see where it says day of nativity. You are changing that to your birth date. Okay, that's your date of birth. Now, if you look on your birth certificate, you have a date of birth and you have a date of registration. Those are two different dates. That was the date you were born, you were a national, you were sovereign. The date that they registered your birth certificate is the date you became a vessel. You became a straw man as a baby. So your registered date is different from your birth date. But guess what? You can actually still use them both on your documentations, because it is actually your date of registration, but let's just stick to your birth date. I don't want to confuse everybody. So yeah. So on here you see it's January 25th, 65. You put your birth date, and at the bottom, copyright since January 25th of 65. You're taking it all the way back to your birthday. Okay? And that's why I say you have to use that copyright symbol, because now you're copywriting and claiming your vessels, your names. Okay? The vessels are publishing mandatory notice. These vessels are publishing mandatory notice that they are foreign sovereigns from the minus Michigan state. So you put your state in that, where that red is, where I have Michigan. So continue to read it. The above named vessels are owed all material rights, duties, exemptions, insurances, treaties, bonds, agreements, and guarantees, including I can actually read, y'all. I really can. Indemnity, whatever, and full faith and credit. Okay, your full faith and credit is your establishments in court, your full faith and credit. Look it up. But it also means what it means. If you look up the word credit and if you look up the word full faith, anything you're not sure, look it up in the law dictionary, in law. They have a couple of other law book, excuse me, books that come up. Cornell, that's another good one. So start learning what these words actually mean, because in documents, contracts, they mean something different. They mean what they say, but they mean it in a different term that we comprehend how we were taught. Because just like persons, if you think of person, this person, you would say an individual. Well, it's not only just an individual, but it's a corporation. Look it up. So start learning new words in that you're coming across. Just randomly look up words that you're unsure of the meaning of. This is only where you're going to start learning a different language, legalese. Knowing your rights is learning a new language, learning the definition of what these words are by law. Okay? So, now you can actually start your sovereignty by your authenticated birth certificate and the 1779 declaration, but I also recommend the foreign sovereign immunity. I'm sorry, I've been working 13, 14 hours a day, so please excuse my ignorance of my words today. So the mandatory notice is a good one to also have. Now, I also included the right to travel affidavit. Make sure you fill that one out and get that one to your Secretary of State, your governor, your state police, your county police. Get it to everybody, your local police, everybody, any police officials, anybody that deals with, especially Secretary of State, so they have it and they will put that information on your record. So go through any of these documents. If you have any questions about filling them out, number one, I'm going to go over the Act of Expatriation. This is saying, okay, I'm getting rid of being a citizen and denouncing that part of it, but I'm claiming back my sovereignty. Okay, trying to put it in layman's terms. Okay, I'm telling y'all I'm not no longer a U.S. citizen, but I am claiming my naturalization as a sovereign. So this is what this is. And what you're going to do, every single name that you have, if you had a married name, you're going to put it in. You got to do one for each name. I had to do it. I had 6 previous last names, and I had to do 3 of these forms for each name under the Kalita Yolanda, whatever my last name was, Riley, Donaldson, Jackson. And you had to do your first, middle, and then the different last name on each one. And then you have to do without the middle name. Then you have to do with the middle initial and the last, So look at them, and you'll see them all in red of what you need to do. But understand, if you only have one name, you use do the 3 documents. Okay? If you have several last names, you have to do one for each last name. Okay? And if that confuses you, email me and I'll explain it to you. Or maybe I will start scheduling some Zooms for one-on-ones. Okay? If you have some other questions that you may need answered, I'll schedule Zooms with you. Yeah, Skype, Zoom, whenever it's still available. I haven't did that for a while. Okay, so I'm going to just give you these forms to get started with. Go over these. If you have any questions, hit me up in an email, and we will go from there. You will also be able to, I'll be starting to send out study documents for you to study from, to get some information about what you're doing while you're doing it, okay? And again, this ain't about American national, state nationals. It ain't about Nobody but yourself and what you choose. I'm not charging you for any documents. I'm not charging you to teach you how to do this. I want you to know how to do this. If you can't do it on your own, or whatever the situation is, if you need help with your documents, that's when I will charge you, because I have to take the time to do each one for you and then send you the packets. I can send them out by email, or I can send it out by mail. So that is $125, and each additional last name is $50. Okay, 25. Okay, any additional names will be $25, but 100 and you might as well say 150 for everything. And all you have to do is go get them notarized. But that's only if I type them out for you, if I put them together for you. Everything else that I'm doing is, I'm not charging you. I wouldn't do that. This is not what this is about. This isn't about money. Okay? My time doing it, typing it out for you is money. Okay? But and be careful. I see a lot of people coming out with different information and 1099As. Yes, we're going to learn the 1099As, but they come from you send those to the United States Treasury. You got to know how to fill them out right, because you'll get busted and go to jail for them bad boys if you are not doing them the legal way. So be careful listening to people. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people out here giving you correct information, but there's some that's not. So please do your research and check for yourself. Okay? We're out here trying to be free, not get caught up. All right. Love you. Get back with you in a minute. Get the next documents together.